Behind the gates of this grand white-columned mansion lies more than just the home of a music legend. It's a sanctuary that holds the untold story of a shy boy from Mississippi who transformed music forever. While millions have walked through these halls, few know the true secrets hidden within Graceland's walls. The pain of a twin brother lost at birth, the crushing poverty that shaped a future king, and the sacred spaces where Elvis sought refuge from the fame that would ultimately consume him. Today, we're going beyond the velvet ropes to reveal the extraordinary truth about Elvis Presley's legendary home, a place where childhood trauma became artistic brilliance, where a poor boy created a kingdom, and where even now, decades after his death, visitors swear they can still feel his presence walking the halls at night. On a quiet street in Memphis, Tennessee, stands a mansion that has become one of America's most visited homes. Graceland, a name now synonymous with Elvis Presley, draws over 600,000 visitors annually, each person hoping to connect with the legacy of the man who revolutionized music. But to truly understand the significance of this 23-room estate, we must first understand the humble beginnings of the boy who would one day call it home. Elvis Aaron Presley was born on January 8, 1935, in a two-room house in Tupelo, Mississippi. His birth was marked by both joy and tragedy, as his identical twin brother, Jesse Garon, was delivered stillborn 35 minutes before Elvis. This loss would cast a shadow over Elvis throughout his life, with many close to him suggesting that he carried a sense of survivor's guilt that influenced his art and personal relationships. The Presley family struggled financially during Elvis's childhood. His father, Vernon, worked a series of odd jobs, often unsuccessfully, while his mother, Gladys, worked as a seamstress. They relied on neighbors and government assistance to make ends meet. Living in poverty during the Great Depression shaped young Elvis's worldview and instilled in him a hunger for success and financial security that would drive him throughout his career. Despite their financial hardships, the Presleys were a close-knit family, with Elvis forming an especially strong bond with his mother. This intense relationship would influence his emotional development and later become a source of both strength and vulnerability. Music became Elvis's emotional outlet from an early age. His first exposure to music came through the Assembly of God Church, where the passionate gospel performances made a lasting impression on him. At 11, Elvis received his first guitar as a birthday present, a moment that would set him on the path to musical stardom. Though naturally shy, Elvis began to find his voice through music, participating in local talent shows and singing at church events. These early performances helped him overcome his insecurity and develop the charismatic stage presence he would later be known for. In 1948, seeking better opportunities, the Presley family moved to Memphis, Tennessee. They settled in the Lauderdale Courts public housing complex, a significant step up from their previous living conditions, but still modest by any standard. Elvis attended Humes High School, where he was remembered as a quiet, polite student who began to stand out for his unique appearance and growing musical talent. It was during these formative years in Memphis that Elvis was exposed to the rich musical heritage of Beale Street, absorbing the blues, country, and gospel sounds that would later form the foundation of his revolutionary musical style. Fast forward to 1957, Elvis, now 22 years old, had achieved a level of fame and success beyond anyone's wildest dreams. His recordings with Sun Records had catapulted him to national attention, and his controversial television appearances had made him a household name. With his newfound wealth, Elvis made a decision that reflected both his practical needs and his love for his parents. He purchased Graceland for $102,500. Equivalent to about $1 million today. The Colonial Revival Mansion, built in 1939 by Ruth Brown Moore and her husband, Dr. Thomas Moore, was named after Ruth's aunt, Grace Toof. When Elvis acquired the property, he was not just buying a home, he was creating a sanctuary away from the chaos of fame and a symbol of how far he had come from his humble beginnings. Graceland was more than just a residence for Elvis. It was a canvas where he could express his personal style and create a world of his own. Over the years, he transformed the property according to his tastes, adding custom features and unique rooms that reflected his personality and interests. Perhaps the most famous addition was the Jungle Room, created in the 1960s and featuring Hawaiian-inspired decor, complete with a waterfall, exotic plants, and carved wooden furniture. This room would later serve as a recording studio for some of Elvis's final recordings. The vibrant colors, unusual furnishings, and eclectic style throughout Graceland offer a glimpse into Elvis's creative mind and his desire to create spaces that were both comfortable and extraordinary. Beyond the opulent decor and custom features, Graceland holds spaces that were deeply personal to Elvis. The Meditation Garden, a serene area added in 1964, became a place where Elvis would often retreat to find peace and solitude. Little did he know that this garden would eventually become his final resting place. Today, Elvis is buried there alongside his parents, grandmother, and a memorial to his twin brother. A poignant reminder of the family bonds that remained central to his life, despite his global fame. Elvis's impact on music and culture cannot be overstated. Often referred to as the King of Rock and Roll, he revolutionized the music industry by blending different genres into a unique sound that resonated with millions. His first single, That's All Right, recorded in 1954 at Sun Records, marked the beginning of his meteoric rise to fame. The song's fusion of blues and country music created a new style that would become the foundation for rock and roll. But it wasn't just his music that captivated audiences. It was his entire persona. Elvis's energetic performances, with his signature hip-shaking moves, caused a sensation in the conservative one. While these movements were considered scandalous by some, they represented a freedom of expression that resonated with young people across America, making Elvis a symbol of youth rebellion and cultural change. Elvis's influence extended far beyond music. He became a major figure in film, starring in over 30 movies during his career. While critics often dismissed his acting abilities, his films were commercially successful and further cemented his status as a cultural icon. His movies, such as Jailhouse Rock, Blue Hawaii, and Viva Las Vegas, showcased his charisma and musical talents, reaching audiences worldwide and expanding his already massive fan base. Even his military service from 1958 to 1960 couldn't diminish his popularity. If anything, it enhanced his image as an American hero who fulfilled his duty to his country despite his fame. But behind the glitz and glamour, Elvis faced personal struggles that would eventually take their toll. Following his mother's death in 1958, Elvis was devastated, and many close to him noted a change in his personality. His marriage to Priscilla Beaulieu in 1967 brought him happiness for a time, and the birth of their daughter, Lisa Marie, in 1968 was a joyous occasion. However, the pressures of fame, grueling tour schedules, and the isolation that came with his celebrity status led to health problems and a growing dependence on prescription medications. The final years of Elvis's life were marked by declining health, weight gain, and erratic behavior, culminating in his untimely death on August 16, 1977, at the age of 42. In the years following Elvis's death, Graceland faced an uncertain future. The estate was expensive to maintain, and there were concerns about how to preserve his legacy. The decision to open Graceland to the public in 1982 was both a practical solution to financial challenges and a way to share Elvis's world with his fans. Under the guidance of Priscilla Presley, Graceland was transformed into a museum that honored Elvis's life and career while maintaining the integrity of his home. This decision ensured that Elvis's legacy would be preserved for future generations and that his impact on music and culture would not be forgotten. Today, Graceland stands as a testament to Elvis's enduring influence. It has been designated a National Historic Landmark and continues to draw visitors from around the world. The mansion and its grounds have been meticulously preserved, offering fans a glimpse into Elvis's private world and the life he created for himself and his family. From the famous Jungle Room to the Meditation Garden, from his collection of gold records to his custom jumpsuits, every aspect of Graceland tells a part of Elvis's story. Beyond the physical artifacts, Graceland has become a place of pilgrimage for fans, a sacred space where they can connect with the spirit of the king. Elvis's impact on music and culture continues to resonate today, His influence can be seen in countless performers, from pop stars like Michael Jackson to rock icons like Bruce Springsteen. His music remains timeless, still capturing the hearts of new generations of fans. The legacy of Elvis Presley is not just about his songs or his films, it's about how a poor boy from Mississippi transformed himself into a global icon through talent, charisma, and a willingness to break barriers. It's about how he changed the face of American music and culture, creating a sound and style that was uniquely his own while drawing from the rich traditions of blues, gospel, and country that surrounded him in his youth. As we stand at the gates of Graceland today, we're reminded that behind the grandeur and the glamour was a man who never forgot where he came from, a man who, despite his fame and fortune, remained deeply connected to his roots. The mansion may be a symbol of his success, but within its walls are the stories of his struggles, his triumphs, and his humanity. Graceland is more than just a home. It's a physical manifestation of the American dream, a reminder that with talent, determination, and a little bit of luck, even the most humble beginnings can lead to extraordinary achievements. As the sun sets over Graceland, casting long shadows across the meditation garden where Elvis now rests, we're left with a profound truth. The true legacy of Elvis Presley isn't just in the music he created or the cultural boundaries he broke. It's in how he continues to inspire dreamers around the world. From the poorest neighborhoods to the grandest stages, his journey reminds us that our beginnings don't define our endings. In the quiet rooms of Graceland, in the echoes of his voice that still play on radios worldwide, and in the hearts of fans who never had the chance to see him perform live, the spirit of Elvis lives on, a testament to the power of music to transform not just a life but the entire world. And perhaps that's the most extraordinary thing about the mansion on Elvis Presley Boulevard. It's not just a monument to who Elvis was, but a reminder of who any of us might become.